Good morning, Soul Tribe. This is Renee Asiri with InsideJobHealing.com. I apologize for not jumping on here earlier. It's been a week. This is your energy forecast for the week of January 11th. We just had a new moon in Capricorn on January 11th and 12th. How are you feeling? I know it's been a little bit rough. Some people have been reporting headaches, exhaustion, sadness, and also confusion, because we're like, okay, this is a new cycle, this is a reset, right? And some people that haven't done the inner work are like, well, wait a second, is it too late? Is it too late to jump on this blessing boat, right? Well, it's not too late. So now it's time to get our shit together. If I was to say any message for this new moon, it's get your shit together. It's Father Saturn, who rules Capricorn, who's like, okay, you missed some things, you glossed over some things, get your shit together. Okay, guys? So if you want to leap over the current timeline into a higher timeline, you need to get your shit together. Whether that's financial, family stuff, relationships, missed opportunities, career, moving, business opportunities, whatever it is, get your shit together. It's still a time of confusion, guys, because we're still in COVID, right? I actually just heard the most heartbreaking thing. I met a nurse this morning, and she was saying that the disabled, especially if somebody has, trisomy, or mental retardation, they are 3 times more likely to get COVID. So that's heartbreaking. So they're in lockdown, just like the res. So that really breaks my heart that, if there are nefarious activities going on, that they are targeting the disabled in the depopulation efforts, and creating this perfect Aryan race. So it's a little heartbreaking to hear that, but anyway, so that's the kind of world we live in. We're on super lockdown in states like New Mexico. It's ridiculous. They are so locked down. You can't even breathe. There's no indoor dining. You have to dine outside, and it's cold. It's January. And I'm not trying to complain. I'm just saying the situation is worse in some states than it is others. You have some really restrictive guidelines, and it's really affecting mental health. And then there are healers like myself that are deployed to these areas to try to zhuzh things up and raise the vibration and kind of remove any darkness and things like that and work with the earth grids, right? So yeah, hopefully you're in a state or country that is less restrictive. Hopefully you're staying safe and your family's staying safe and you're not getting COVID. And whatever decision you make about the vaccines, just make sure you do your research and make sure that you're comfortable with the consequences. There are people that have died from taking vaccines. There's a lot of toxins in vaccines. So if you're someone like myself that has certain health conditions that prevent them from detoxing regular people and have to detox on the regular daily, then, take that into consideration and do your research. And ultimately, you have the free will to choose to do whatever you want. But I really see things kind of breaking up this crazy cosmic cycle, this restrictive cycle that we've experienced from last year, right? With, Capricorn, with Saturn, Jupiter, and Pluto being in conjunction last year since January 12th. And so I really see us kind of moving towards a better future for sure. I feel like right now it still feels like the residual shit show that was 2021 or 2020, I should say. So 2021 feels like the residual shit show that was 2020. Okay. And I know you're feeling it too. Some people are still unemployed. Some people are going to school. Some people don't know what they're doing. Some people, are still getting unemployment. Holler at me if you got your stimulus check. I haven't yet. Pray for me that I do. So yeah, it's still a shit show. There's still confusion. There's, and there is sadness for missed opportunities. And reminiscing about the past. And for me personally, I think the biggest symptom is exhaustion. Guys, I am exhausted by these energies. And so holler at me if you're exhausted, but that is a major symptom of the time. So get rest. I think I slept for 10 hours yesterday. I could have slept for 12, no exaggeration. So get your rest on. This is definitely a war between light and dark. Don't get it twisted. You are light workers, light warriors. And like I said, some of us are stationed in very unhospitable, hostile environments. But you know what? If we weren't big enough for the job, Spirit wouldn't, send us to these places. And I just want you, every time you watch a video, so share it with your friends, like it, follow, whatever, do the thing, all the things. I want you to have some hope. I hope you watch these videos for hope. Like, I'm not going to lie, this week I was like, I'm exhausted. I'm in the middle of doing the most. I don't know if I'm going to have time to jump on, but guess what? I love you guys so much. I love the tribe. I love my clients. So I am here. I'm making time to jump on. So the message of today, I'm going to keep it short and sweet, is if you're feeling exhausted, headaches, if you're feeling sad, about a missed opportunity, if you're feeling, if you're feeling confused, those are all normal things to be feeling. This isn't the time to like hammer out a game plan for 2021, right? Like right now there's just so much up in the air. There's so much unknown. We're still experiencing, like, even though we're in this new cycle, right, with this new moon, we're still like, oh my God, I still feel like I'm stuck in past old shit and patterns. That's not the case. It's like you're out of those patterns, but you're not feeling it yet. You still feel like you're in that old muck, but you're not, okay? So you just have to it's an adjustment period. It's a transition period. So you just have to give yourself some time to adjust to this kind of new environment. And just know astrologically for the year, spring is going to be so much better. So just wait till March. Wait for creative projects till March. Start doing your research now. Start kind of like figuring out what you want and what you don't want. But just, like I said, don't put any pressure on yourself to like start anything new right now. There's just too much confusion. It's still a complete shit show. COVID's still in play. And then like really summer is going to be super intense with the eclipses. So if there's anything you haven't worked out, like people were super triggered around the new moon, okay? Like family members, man. And you just have to like hold space, have healthy boundaries. And if people project on you and they're all up in your shit, just be like, hey, you know what? Let's talk another time when you are not tripping. Of course, you wouldn't say that to them, but you would just say, hey, I gotta go. Let's talk when the energy is a little bit more calm. Because I'm just telling you, the people were super, super triggered. Because whatever dark shadow aspects that they haven't worked on, that was being brought to the surface, especially with Father Saturn saying like, get your shit together. So a lot of people were triggered, feeling like criticized. So anyhow, just my recommendation to you moving forward, get some rest. You don't have to figure it all out. You aren't in the old anymore. You're in the new. So just like, allow yourself to be in the unknowing, allow yourself to experience the energy of confusion, sadness, or exhaustion, because it's all temporary. And just have some grace with people around you, especially that haven't done their inner work. And, you don't have to be anybody's punching bag or a doormat. So remove yourself from the situation. If it gets too much, have healthy boundaries. And just take it one day at a time. I'm like becoming like AA. Take it one day at a time. All right. Love you guys. Sending you lots of love and light. Renee Siri with InsideJobHealing.com.